So I've kind of gone down a proverbial rabbit hole recently. I wanted to replace my Odyssey iSign 10s. I really truly do love them. They're like this really cool, unique, planar headphone. And they sound really, really good. But the problem is that after a couple hours of listening, they tend to bother my inner ear and become uncomfortable, which is unfortunate because, again, I really like the headphones. So back in the day, I used to have some Sennheiser headphones that I really, really, truly love, and I decided to look up what today is considered a good one. And for the $300 price point, the HD600s are considered a really good headphone. And here's a pair. So this review today is about the HD600s and if they live up to the hype. Are they the MVPs, or some people call them the GOAT? How good are they? Well, let's find out.
I've come alive, hands up, rocking out, headbang, going out of my mind. Coming hot, going down, big enough, I leave a crater when I dive, see it from my bird's eye. I'm ready to chase, no more nights to slow, pick up the pace, I race everywhere I go. I am in control, dialed all the way up, volume to the maximum. Ha! Now get ready, ready for the machete, machete. I can be a sweet honey, but I get down in the dirt, I'm a wild little bunny. I'm a wild little bunny, yeah. I'm hopping to the top, can't stop me.
I'm hopping to the top, hopping to the top.
I'm going for the money, yeah. You won't stop me. I'm hopping to the top, can't stop me. You can't stop me. Watch out, I'm breaking news tonight. Jaws drop, but it's no surprise.
So let's talk about how they feel and their fit and finish and how they look and if they're sexy or not. What you're getting is you're going to have this metal piece here, but the rest of the headphone is plastic. You're not going to have the turn-in like you get with most headphones. But by and by, this is a very light headphone, and it's a headphone that if it fits you well, you're going to forget that you have it on. For me, because I'm part of the big head crew, and sorry for this, but it has a really long cable, and this is the easiest way for me to contain it. Again, but sorry, if you're part of the big head crew, for me, it's a little clampy. They're very light. You can barely tell that they're on. And I've read in certain forums that as they get older, the clampiness isn't as bad, or you can actually kind of do this, and it'll keep them from clamping so hard. But pound for pound, they are a very light and comfortable headphone. They are open back, so you have to remember that. You might be in another room while someone's listening to this, and you'll hear everything that they're playing. And sorry for the cat in the background. His name is Max. But anyway, they're an open back headphone, so people are going to hear what you're listening to. But if you have a room where that is a comfortable space, then you're fine. So what do you need to power these? I use my 16 MacBook Pro, and they actually sounded fine. They're not going to get super loud, so if you want a little bit more juice, you might want to get something like a DAC amp. So this is my iFi hip DAC, and it works really, really well with it. I've also tested it with my Mojo 2, and it works really well too. Are you going to get the sound? You're going to get sound, but using one of these will allow you to bring out a more robust, full sound from it. But again, they will, by themselves, just connected to a laptop, be powered. Just a side note that this is, everybody's ears are different, so what you hear and what I hear might be two different things. So when I do my reviews, it's basically just me telling you about the features that you get, and if I find it to be a quality product and create great sound. Just a reminder. All right, let's get to it. So how do they sound? Now, on a typical channel or something that you read, I can sit there and say the bass is this and the treble is this and the mids are this, and I will. But I have another way that I describe headphones if I truly like them. So let's talk about the bass. If you wear a bass head, if you like bass that is well defined, these are good. but they're not for like the bass heavy lover. I wouldn't even EQ these because just being open back, you're going to get less bass punch. The medium though, the mid is where it's at. This is the vocal and the guitars and all those different things, and these are something special. Not the crazy separation you're going to get from a really, really high end, but separated enough where you're able to get a little bit of a sound space that sounds really, really good. And it's a warmer tone, but not warm, but it's slightly warmer, and it just makes male and female vocals sound really, really good. Guitars sound good, and that's about it with the mids. So the high to me is okay. It's clear, but it's not going to give you like, you're never going to sit there and listen to it and go, oh, okay, this is getting annoying. They're a little bit subdued to me, but they're not bad at all. It's enjoyable. But that's just kind of like the regular way of describing it. For me, when it comes to a headphone, what I truly, truly love is how it makes me feel at the time when I'm listening to my favorite music. So the best judge for me on a headphone is if I start listening in the evening and then I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, oh no, it's past 1. And I've listened to that many songs. It's the adventure. It's if I feel like, for me, what I love about it is if I feel part of the music, or if I'm enjoying the music in a way where I'm like, oh, I've never noticed that before. Or, oh, this sounds good. And that's, for me, a best judge of a headphone. And these HD600s did an amazing job of that. I got lost in the evening. The music was enjoyable. Preferably, jazz was really good with these. Vocals, anything with vocals, guitars. It's just a nice, good sound, especially for how old these are and the $300 price. Like, these could be definitely the end game for a lot of people, because let's face it, not a lot of people have 600, 900, 1200, 90,000. Yeah, I saw a pair of headphones for 90,000 the other day. But anyway, they don't have that kind of money, but they want something to sound extremely good. And for $300, I believe the Sennheiser HD600s are an excellent buy. I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know what you think in that $300 range, or what your favorite headphone is. I'd like to know. Talk to you soon.